So let's say you guys have been in the sneaker game for a couple months now and you think it's that time to get started botting. Let me show you guys exactly how to get started. What is going on, guys? UnlimitedCop here, back with another video, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you guys how to get started botting sneakers. Now, a lot of people think botting is super complicated. You need to know how to use all these complex programs, and honestly guys, that is simply just not true. Once you guys get the hang of botting, it's very easy to do. Now, you guys are obviously going to have to put in time and effort into learning how to bot, but once you guys know how to do it, it's pretty much just second nature. Now, to get started botting sneakers, guys, all you need is obviously a sneaker bot, proxies, potentially a server and a sneaker group, but other than that, there's not really much else you guys would need. Now, obviously that probably sounds like really complicated right now, but don't worry guys, in this video, I'm gonna be breaking it all down for you. So without any further ado, guys, let's just hop right into it. Now, to get started botting sneakers, there are three main things you guys have to have if you want to get started, and then we have a couple other suggestions, recommendations, if you will. Now, when it comes to sneaker bots, guys, there are literally hundreds on the market, ranging from $500 anywhere up to $10,000, even $20,000 for certain sneaker bots, which obviously is a ton of money. But don't worry guys, in this video I'm going to be breaking it down by price point, kind of showing you guys what bot I would get for each price point. So when you are looking to purchase your first sneaker bot, there are three main things you're going to want to look at. The first is going to be obviously the cost of the bot. Is it within the budget you have set aside to purchase the bot? And does it make sense for your circumstances? The cost of ownership of this bot. Most bots, whenever you buy them, there is like a renewal fee, maybe every month, maybe every 6 months, maybe every year. So you're going to want to know the cost of owning the bot that you're going to purchase. And last but not least, we have how hard it is to actually operate the bot. Some bots nowadays are really plug and play and you can simply set them up real easy. Other bots are pretty complicated and you're going to have to spend time learning how to set up the bot and successfully run it. So with the bots that we're going to be looking at today, those are the three main things I'm going to be going over. Now, before we start looking at actual bots, let's talk about a budget for a bot. Now, personally, guys, I would recommend taking 50% of the money you have set aside for sneakers into purchasing a bot. If you guys have thousands upon thousands of dollars to purchase all these sneakers, it's not going to be too useful if you can't actually get your hands on the sneakers. So if you guys have $2,000, obviously I would recommend spending $1,000, maybe even a little bit more on a good quality bot. Then you can make your money back and start purchasing more sneakers. If you have a low budget, maybe somewhere around $600-700, I would highly recommend renting a bot over purchasing a bot. Renting a bot obviously is going to have a lot shorter of a time span with the bot, but you're going to be able to get a lot more bot for your money. Obviously, if you're renting a $6,000 bot for a month, it's going to perform a lot better as if you buy a $500 bot for a year. When it comes to botting, guys, I like to use the analogy you pretty much get what you pay for. If you guys are paying for a Ferrari, you're going to get Ferrari quality, but if you're paying for a Honda Civic, you're obviously not going to get that Ferrari quality. And there's obviously a reason why these bots are going for $6,000-7,000. It's because they actually hit sneakers, where if you're buying a bot for $500, probably not going to be as successful as these more expensive bots. So now that you guys hopefully have a budget, whether you're going to be purchasing a bot or renting a bot, let's talk about what bots are on the market right now. So on the lower end of the budget, we have Sol AIO. Sol is coming in around a resale price of $1,200, which obviously I know, guys, is a lot of money, but in terms of the sneaker game, that's a pretty low tier bot. Sol has pretty much every store you guys would want if you are a beginner, and it does pretty well on those stores. Obviously not going to do as good as like Wrath or Cyber on these sites, but it's definitely a good starting bot. Sol has a renewal fee of $50 every 6 months, so its operating costs are pretty low, and it has a super easy to use UI, so it's not going to be too complicated for you guys. Some other options you guys have are going to be Project Destroyer, Mech AIO, and Balco. Obviously these bots have their disadvantages and advantages, so I'll definitely be sure to do your own research. But if I was personally in your position, guys, I would probably go for Sol AIO. But guys, I would definitely recommend renting out a bot and getting familiar with it before you go out and purchase one, because I don't want you spending thousands of dollars on a bot, then it being too complicated for you, or you just don't like something about it. So if you guys have a little bit more money to spend, actually 4 times the amount pretty much, I would recommend looking into Prism AIO. I bought Prism a couple months ago and I've been super successful with it since then. It's coming in a resale price around $4,500, which obviously is a lot of money, guys, but if you're looking to play long term in the sneaker game, Prism might be the bot for you. Unfortunately, it has a pretty high renewal fee of $150 every 3 months, but I would definitely recommend knowing what you're doing before you go out and buy Prism, so you're not racking up all those renewal fees. Prism is a super easy bot, honestly might be one of the easiest to use. Pretty plug and play, very simple to use. Like I said, you pretty much just put your proxies in, make your task, and you're pretty much set to go. But it is kind of coming in at the higher tier price range. If you guys have some experience with bots in the past and you're looking to step up your game, I would definitely recommend looking into Prism. I personally love it. It's been a great bot for me, and I've had a lot of success with it. Moving on to a little bit higher price range, we have Kodai. Now, Kodai is definitely one of my favorite bots of all time. I believe I purchased it about a year and a half, maybe 2 years ago now, and I've made at least double my investment. Right now, Kodai is going for around $5,500. If you guys have the money to purchase Kodai, I might suggest doing so. Like I said, it's definitely one of my favorite bots. Might be my favorite, I don't know, definitely top 3 for sure. I've been super successful with Kodai the past couple years. Unfortunately, the renewal costs are $45 every single month, so it is kind of pricey, but if you guys know what you're doing, you can definitely make a lot more than $45 every single month. Moving on to kind of the highest tier bot range, we have Wrath and Cyber. Wrath is coming in at a resale price of around $7,000. Cyber a little bit more than that, around 7.5, 7.6. Now, in my opinion, guys, these are kind of the top 2 best bots on the market right now. I've been using Cyber for well over 2.5 years probably. I've been really successful with it. I recently just switched over to Wrath actually though. Wrath has been a really good bot for me. I've copped probably 30, 40, 50 pairs of Yeezys in the past couple weeks just after buying it. It's honestly been kind of crazy. Definitely one of my favorite bots. Wrath, Kodai, and Cyber are probably my top 3 bots right now. They obviously have a really high price tag, but there's a good reason for that. They hit pairs and they have good success. But guys, I would highly recommend doing your own research. I have a lot of videos going over the best bots for 2021. So if you guys want to check those out, links down in the description below. On a complete side note, guys, these bots also have the potential of going up in resale price. Like when I bought my first copy of Cyber for like 2.3K, it's now at 7,000. So I've made money on the bot itself and I've made a lot more money reselling the actual sneakers. So there's a lot more sides of just purchasing a bot to buy shoes with. You can also resell a bot itself. I'm going to be going more in depth on like bot reselling in a later video. So if you guys haven't subscribed, be sure to do so. So now that you guys hopefully have your first bot either rented or you purchased it, let's move on to proxies. Proxies are definitely an essential product whenever you are buying sneakers. If you don't have good proxies, your high tier bot it's pretty much useless, to be honest with you. If you use bad proxies but use a $6,000, $7,000 bot, you're gonna have a pretty low chance of actually copying the sneakers. So if you're going out and spending thousands of dollars on purchasing a bot or even hundreds on renting, definitely don't cut corners when it comes to proxies. Personally, guys, I have my own proxy company, Noble Proxies. If you guys want to check us out, links down in the description below. That's what I use on all my live cops and actually every single release, and you guys have seen my success with them. So if you guys want to check us out, like I said, links down in the description below. We were named Proxies, but recently switched the branding and names over to Noble. So if you guys haven't checked out the new website just yet, be sure to do so. So all the proxy is going to do is mask your home IP from the website you're botting. If you guys send too many requests from one IP address, you're going to get blocked from the website temporarily. So you need proxies for every single task that you have. So there are 3 different types of proxies. The first is going to be an ISP. All the ISP is an ISP IP hosted on a server in a data center, which is going to give you fast speeds, but also a trustworthy IP because it is from an internet service provider. So you're less likely to get banned on these websites. The second is going to be a DC or data center proxy. All this is a data center IP address on a server in a data center. So it's not going to be as trustworthy as an ISP, but it is going to have those fast speeds just like an ISP does. And last but not least, we have a residential proxy, which is going to be a lot slower than ISPs and DCs because it's not hosted in a data center, but it's going to be a lot more trustworthy than DCs because it is a residential proxy, which if you guys have no idea what I just said or you can't like really understand any of that, there's links down in the description below to a complete proxy video going over every single thing you guys really need to know about proxies. And to be completely honest with you guys, you don't really need to know that much about proxies. All you're going to want to do is purchase a plan, copy that plan from the dashboard, and put it into your bot, and then you're pretty much good to go. But like I just said, guys, I would definitely recommend watching that proxy video just so you're a little more informed about what proxies are. And there are hundreds of proxy companies out there online, so definitely do your own research, see which company works best for you. Don't feel like you have to use my proxy company. Now the last requirement we have is going to be profiles. Now most of these sites that you guys are going to be buying sneakers on are only going to allow one person, one pair of shoes. Now to bypass this, you're going to have multiple profiles. All the profile is going to be like your first name, your last name, your email, your credit card information, obviously your address, anything like that that you would need to check out. And like I just mentioned, all these sites are going to be one pair per person, so you're going to want to have a bunch of different profiles in order to bypass that and get multiple shoes. So using foot sites for an example, let's say you have 10 profiles, that's going to allow you to have 10 different pairs of shoes. Now unfortunately, you're going to need different information for every single one of these profiles, otherwise you're going to get your orders canceled. But don't worry guys, you can jig your information and get multiple credit cards. I have a full video going over how to do all this, linked down in the description below, but you definitely do want to jig your profiles. Like I said, I go over that in that video, and you need multiple credit cards. Now instead of going out and applying for 20 different credit cards and running your credit score, you can use a website called privacy.com. Privacy is going to allow you to hook up your bank account to the website and have multiple virtual credit cards. It's what I use, and I've been using it for almost 3 years now, and it's been working very good for me. Privacy is going to allow you to have multiple different credit cards, so you can have multiple different profiles, which is going to allow you to have multiple different pairs of shoes. Now, if you guys are just getting started and you don't want to go all out and get 10s, 20, 30 pairs of shoes every single release, you can use the credit card you have on hand. You don't need to have virtual credit cards in order to cop sneakers. But going back on that, unfortunately, you're only going to be able to get as many pairs of shoes as credit cards you have per site. So let's say you have 2 credit cards. That means 2 pairs of shoes on Foot Locker, 2 pairs of shoes on Eastbay, 2 pairs of shoes on Champs and Foot Action, just using foot sites for an example. So you can get up to 8 pairs of shoes. But the more credit cards you have obviously means the more pairs of shoes you can get, so the more money you can actually make. I know, guys, that was a lot of information thrown at you at one time, so definitely be sure to watch that video, link down in the description below. I know I keep saying that. It's going to explain everything for you guys. If you have any more questions, be sure to leave a comment down in the comment section below, or hit me up on any of my social medias. So after you guys picked out your bot that you're going to be using, you have your proxies and profile set up. Let's talk about if you guys need a server. All the server is, guys, is just a computer in a data center that's going to allow you to have faster internet speeds and better computing times. Essentially, all you do, guys, is buy a server on AWS, Google Cloud, wherever you want to get it. A video on that also linked down in the description below. Connect to it from your home computer, set up your bots on there, your proxies, your profiles, all that good stuff, and you're pretty much good to go. So if you guys are using an old computer or you don't have very good internet speed, I would highly suggest using a server. Even if you have a decent computer and decent internet speeds, using a server is definitely going to increase your chances of copying the actual sneakers. The only downside of using a server is you have to pay for it and you have to move your bot on and off of it depending on which server you use. If you guys do a monthly server, you can pay $60, $70, $80 and get a pretty good server, or if you want to use a cheaper / free option, you can use Google Cloud or AWS. And the last thing I want to talk about is a sneaker reselling group, also known as a cook group. Honestly, guys, if I could go back in time and had to redo everything, the very first thing I would do before even buying a bot or even touching a pair of sneakers is join a cook group. I don't want to sound biased here, guys, but I have my own sneaker group, Saber.io. If you guys want to check us out, links down in the description below. For only $35 a month, you guys get access to extensive release guides, one-on-one support, literally hundreds of monitors, pretty much everything you guys would need to get started botting. We also have stuff outside of the botting community like NFTs, Top Shot, a bunch of other stuff you guys can get started reselling with. But what a sneaker group is going to allow you to do is kind of have a home base when you get started reselling. If you guys have any questions, you can go talk to their support, you can ask other members, and they're also going to be telling you guys what time stuff's dropping, when it's releasing. Let's say there's something that randomly releases, they're pinging you guys for all that good stuff. Trust me, guys, it's going to be worth your money. Even if you don't like the group that you're going to join it for 1 month, see if you like it, and then join a different one if you don't. Personally, when I got started reselling, I wish I would have done that, but I didn't. I literally Googled everything and learned really most of the stuff on my own. So that's why I kind of curated my group based around everything that I would have wanted to know when I was a beginner. So if you guys do want to check out Saber.io, links down in the description below. So that pretty much wraps this up, guys. You should have the sneaker bot that you're going to be using, your proxies, your profile successfully jigged, potentially a server, and hopefully you join the sneaker group that you like. From there, guys, all you need to do is pick a release, successfully set up your bot, and hopefully cop. Trust me, guys, whenever you get started, sneaker botting is not easy. It's going to take you weeks, maybe even months to get the hang of it. Once you guys get the hang of it, you know what you did wrong and you can learn from your mistakes. If you guys have any questions or anything that I didn't go over in this video, be sure to leave them down in the comment section below. And if you guys want to see a part 2, definitely be sure to let me know. Also, guys, if you haven't followed my Twitter, my Instagram, and Snapchat, all that good stuff is linked down in the description below. And if you guys want to check out Saber.io and Noble Proxies, they're both linked down in the description below also. As always, if I did help you guys out in any way in this video, please be sure to leave a like down below and hit the subscribe button for more content. That's pretty much it, guys. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. I'm UnlimitedCop, and I'm out.